And for the co-main event, we have Xiaonan taking on Carla Esparza. On this one here for Yan, she's 13-1 coming out of China against Carla Esparza, the former champ, 17-6. We're gonna start off with Yan here. She does have some tough fights as of late. A big fight in the division as well for both of these girls. She recently has a win over Angela Hill, over Carolina, over Claudia Gadelia, all in 2020 as well. Those were all by decision. This is a big fight. Though the winner of this might be next in line for a title shot, if not, definitely on the verge. It's not going to be easy either way. Yan is going to need to land that jab and keep Carla away to not get taken down. And her takedown defense is going to have to be on point in this fight and keep this thing up long enough so she can land her strikes and win these rounds. On the other end, it's no secret what Carla Esparza is coming in here to do. She's the first 115-pound champ in the UFC. She fought everybody that's worth a shit in the division. She really just relies on her wrestling. She's relentless with it. Her two big wins as of recent, she came against Rodriguez and Watterson, who was just in the main event a few weeks ago. And the problem with Carla is that she hasn't made a much stride in the striking department. She just uses her striking to close the distance, to shoot on that double. And if that's unsuccessful, she gets tagged up. And that's what happens almost time after time with Carla Esparza. But if she is able to implement her wrestling and get in a groove, I mean, it could be a sweep, and she might be able to win all 3 rounds. But she does the same thing in every fight, which does get predictable. So I think she can get caught by Yan coming down the stretch. And this is a good fight. This is really a tough one either way. But I am going to ever so slightly go towards Yan.
Yeah, so this one's definitely hard to call. We pretty much got a lot of tape on these women, Carla especially. So we know what she's capable of and what she's been doing, what she likes to do. She's a lifelong wrestler. She wrestles first, fights later, and that's all she does. And it bites her in the ass sometimes when it goes to decisions, and she gets those split decision losses. And recently she had them go bounce her away against Marina Rodriguez and Michelle Watterson. In the Watterson fight, she did show a little bit of improved stand-up. Wasn't too much, but it was there. And as far as Yan goes, Yan's a solid striker. She got good clinch work, good foot kicks and whatnot. And she's all around going to be the better striker here and the quicker girl. And this is going to kind of play into like what I said earlier about the Spencer and Dumont fight. It's going to be what the judges value on this one more. Are they going to value Esparza's, takedowns and what she does with them, which is most of the time nothing? Or is it going to be, the strikes that Jan's landing? And lately we've been seeing that the judges have been favoring the strikes, even if the other fighters gotten taken down 3 or 4 times in the fight. So, kind of got to play. You got to kind of keep an eye on these judges because, before it would be those 4 takedowns would fucking win the round, especially if you just hit it at the end of the round. Fucking win the round. So, it's always good to look at the judges, see what they're looking at, see what, they're looking for more or less. And as of lately, they're looking more towards the strikes. So be wary on that. I would be hard pressed to pick Carla in this spot just because of that. And if Yan stuffs a few takedowns, then fuck, man, I think that's her fight to lose on that point. The one bet that I do have on this, and I already know it's going to be fucking juice, but you can go ahead and just give it to me anyways, is going to be the over on this one. I don't see any of these women finishing each other. I did say that last week against Lee and Shevchenko, Antonina Shevchenko, and boy, I was wrong. But bro, I'll take those bets more than I won't, and I guarantee you I'll hit them. So on that one, it's -400. I'll definitely add that with Kulibao. And I don't know, man. Maybe Rothwell on that one. We'll have to make sure. But yeah, as of right now, the over is looking super good for me. I don't see how any of these women finish. It's gonna be a real close competitive fight, just like a lot of women's MMA is. So, shoosh, pure pick. Oof, I'd have to take Yan just because the judges are favoring strikers more or less. If it was 6 months ago, I'd be taking Esparza. So. It's changing as we get to know the judges more or less. So yeah. For that reason, give me Jan.
Yeah, and for the odds, they got Jan at -125, the Cookie Monster at -105. So yeah, it is pretty slight favorite for Jan. I'm with you on that. I am gonna go Jan on this one. I think she's gonna outpoint her.